Yo, last video for today. So, I'm in Tesco in Lichfield. I'm looking at a certain section. This old guy come up to me, talking, old guy I'd say deep in his 80s, deep. Yeah. This old guy, he goes, you're a good looking fella, aren't you? I was like, and then he turns to his wife, who is Asian, East Asian, like Filipino. He turns to his wife and he says, "It looks like our not grandson, I don't know, some family member, son-in-law. It looks like our son-in-law, doesn't he?" And she just mutters something, knowing full well what he's about to say is probably potentially racist. So the Filipino wife, like, didn't say anything. She kind of just like went, right. And so I said, well, if I look like him, he must be a good looking guy. And he goes, "Oh, I know who you look like." I says, "Who do I look like?" He says, "That famous TV chef." I says, "Oh, I know exactly what's going to come out his mouth." And his wife is kind of like poking him. Remember, this is in Tesco. This is surreal. This is at bloody just one of the sections of Tesco. And he goes, "You look like the TV chef." So I knew where he was going, but he's an old boy. He's in his 80s. So I just kind of laughed it off. And he goes, "That's it, Ainsley Harriott. You look like Ainsley Harriott." And I went, "Oh, thank you very much. That's such a compliment." And I just put down whatever it was I was looking at, and just moved. But I just thought, it's just hilarious. Some old guy in his 80s calling me bloody what's it called? Ainsley Harriott. But then a pupil, a year 8 pupil, says, "Are you from," obviously my name's Mr. Rodney. So this year 8 pupil goes, he goes, "Oh, sir, have you ever seen Only Fools and Horses?" I says, "Yes, I have." He goes, "Oh, my dad said to say, whatever Rodney says to Trigger." He says some, and I went, "Oh, thank you." And then on our next lesson, the guy says, "Oh, my dad said to say, Rodney, you blonga." And I just went, "Say thank you to your dad, yeah?" So I'm just polite, just showing politeness. But then I'm walking to my car at the end of school. The same pupil goes, "Rodney!" And I'm like, this is a year 8 pupil. I'm like thinking, look at the cojones on this pupil. Yeah, he's just shouting my name across the bloody school car park. Madness thing. Anyway, light-hearted. It wasn't being racist in any way. I think he was just trying to be polite. He's on the way out. He's 80 plus. He's just trying to have a bit of banter. And this is what I'm saying. I can take a bit of banter. No. The minute you have a bit of banter back, the world collapses. The world collapses. Absolutely collapses. Why? And that's because people can give it, but they can't take it. I can give and take, trust me. Yeah. Now, if I can't take it, I just leave. I don't argue. I don't get into any kind of altercation. I don't write emails. I don't report anybody. I just leave, just remove myself from the situation, or remove myself from the conversation. And this is what I mean. People are looking for a reason to go to HR. They're so depressed. So all these people who are saying about, "Oh, Greg Wallace made an inappropriate joke," so just leave. Just walk out the conversation. You've gone into a conversation, or part of a conversation, and I don't like conversations that are derogatory about sexual, any kind of sexual conversation. I just don't get involved in them. So sexual conversations in the workplace or anything like that, to do with any kind of sexual activity, I just don't get involved in it. So if it happens, I don't go and complain to anybody. I just leave the conversation, or don't input anything into the conversation. Because the reason being is because you never know what the other person is thinking. And I'll give you an example. I was with this biology teacher. Now this biology teacher, was telling a whole group of 6 to 8 people all about how she met a boyfriend, what she did the first night with a boyfriend, what she does every Thursday when she shaves her legs with a boyfriend. All her. She's telling everybody all of this stuff. Somebody misinterpreted it. And then when they retold the story to someone else, it was all wrong. And this is what I mean, is that beware what you put out into public. Because people will hear what they want to hear, not what they actually hear. They might actually hear, I did this on a Thursday. And they take it as, oh, you did that on a Friday. So beware what you put in public. Because not everybody can take banter. And I'll give you another example. A woman was saying, a woman in the same group was saying, she's on dating apps. She's on dating apps. Now, another person in that same conversation said, what's your age range? Because for these stupid morons, because there are stupid morons in this world, and some of those stupid morons happen to be teachers, because on the dating app, there actually is a segment that says age range. So when this person said to the other person, what's your age range? I said, banter, from alive to dead. In other words, anybody. Now, this moron or another moron, no one involved, took it as, oh, well, in a school, that might mean that you're talking about pupils. How would that mean that? It would only mean that if that's what you're thinking, you savage. That's the only way it would think that, because if that's what you're thinking, you savage, you animal. So, and that's the point that I'm making, is that when you have these conversations, people will interpret whatever they want to interpret. People will take whatever they want to take. So I could say, the sun is shining, but it's a little bit cloudy. Someone would take that as, it's overcast and it's about to rain. Whereas I've basically just said what I've saw. The sun is shining and it's a bit cloudy. So you can have clouds and sunshine. Whereas someone could take that, they could think, well, clouds carry precipitation, clouds carry water. So therefore, if it's cloudy, that means it's going to rain. If it's going to rain, then so that means it's overcast and it's cloudy. That's not what it means. You get what I mean? So beware what you put out in public, guys. Beware, banter is dead unless you're at the golf club or you're at the tennis club or you're in an environment where there's no snowflakes around. We're being attacked by snowflakes. Who'd have thought that snowflakes could be so dangerous? But anyway, listen, like and subscribe, guys, and just a bit of jokes just to prove that banter is still alive. Listen, Harry Redknapp's on the radio. Bye.